If you are looking for a fifth wheel RV, it is really tough to go wrong with something like the Flagstaff Classic here. So we're gonna take a look at this thing. This is a mid-size fifth wheel RV, but it still has a lot of luxury aspects to it that make it feel like a full-size fifth wheel RV, but going to save you quite a bit of money versus going with a full-size RV. So let's go take a look. Welcome back to another video, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound, and we are here at Blue Compass RV in Dallas, Texas today, taking a look at this 2024 Forest River Flagstaff Classic. This model here, it is a 361 RL. So this is going to be a really good size fifth wheel RV. You'll be able to see the floor plan layout and the specs on the screen. Again, this is a mid-size fifth wheel RV. So if you don't understand what that means exactly, I'll get into explaining that here in just a second after we look at some of the specs on this fifth wheel. First of all, this thing here is only 36 feet, 2 inches long. Dry weight is 10,438 pounds, has a 1,664 pound cargo carrying capacity. And gross vehicle weight rating on this is going to be about 12,161 pounds. So this is going to be towable by a 3/4 ton truck, something like a 250, 2500. And now what makes this a mid-size RV before we go inside is a couple different things. First of all, there's a slight slant down into this front cap. That is one thing that indicates something being a mid-size fifth wheel RV. You also have a pretty aggressive slant down going towards the back wall. And then you don't have a drop frame up front. So the closest thing we can quickly compare this to would be an Alliance Paradigm that is definitely a full-size RV. As you can see, the roof is flat all the way across the top. You have what is called a full profile front cap, where it's flat all the way to where this front cap starts and there's no slant going down into that front cap. And it has the drop frame down underneath. So this frame is dropped down here, and we're talking tens of thousands of dollars in a price difference between something like a full-size fifth wheel RV and a mid-size fifth wheel RV like this Flagstaff Classic here. And if you've seen some of my videos on the Flagstaff travel trailers, you will know I'm a big fan of this brand. There is a lot that they do on the Flagstaff line that really make it a cut above just about everything else out there in its class for a mid-size fifth wheel RV, also for their travel trailer lines as well. So some things right away that I noticed that you don't normally see or might not be as easy to find in this class of RV with a mid-size fifth wheel are things like a frameless window, which give it more of a premium look, more of a clean look. And then you have things like protective metal sleeves over the awnings. That is something that almost no fifth wheel RVs have standard that you do get on this Flagstaff Classic, so that is really neat. You also have down underneath here, they have almost what is like acting as an independent suspension system down here. You can see there's no suspension, mechanical components here between the wheels or between the axles. They're also using a Goodyear tire, and that's because they are using a torsion axle down underneath here and basically have like an independent suspension system with how this is all set up down there. So a little bit different on those aspects as well. And then when we open the door and go inside, it is just a really clean look. You can see some of the different build functions here. So this is what I was just talking about here, how they use that Dexter Torflex axles. And then you can go ahead and read through some of these. It's also all aluminum framing. So even up into the roof, they're doing aluminum framing. This is something that's interesting too. There's a lot of RVs out there that have or market as an aluminum frame, but they're not aluminum frame throughout the entire RV. So like the sidewalls might be aluminum framing, but they might have wood framing in the roof, or they also use like wood backing for things like the dinette tables under the bed and stuff like that. And in this Flagstaff, you'll see it's all aluminum everywhere. So a lot of stuff going on here. You have a 5/8 inch thick plywood floor, and it is just a beautiful, well done looking fifth wheel RV. And right around $70,000 on the price for this. I mean, it's pretty dang tough to beat unless you really just want that extra high-end luxury fifth wheel RV. This is a phenomenal option here that I think is just really, really nice. You can feel the height difference between this and a full-size RV when you step inside because this wall does slant down. And even some, full-size fifth wheel RVs will do that as well. But when I step in here, and you might be able to feel this on camera as well, this just feels like a really well done RV. It just feels every time I step into a Flagstaff, I feel like I have the least likelihood of encountering like cosmetic issues that I have to, potentially fix up before I film the RV for you. Obviously, I know the realities of RVing, and I know that, even when RV dealerships move these RVs around the lot or they're transported down to their lot, things can move and shake and come undone, especially little pieces of trim and things like that. And I experience the least amount of having to touch up anything going into Flagstaff models, I feel like, at least in this size range. Maybe when I get up into the big premium fifth wheel RVs, there's also some other handfuls of brands. But in the mid-size fifth wheel RV, I mean, these things just seem pretty dang solid. And I'd want to know your thoughts, what you think about this floor plan layout and everything like that. This is obviously a very traditional couple style floor plan, but it has a little unique takes to it that some other brands might not do. I tried to say may and might at the same time, didn't work. Whatever. But nonetheless, okay, well, let's go down the slide out here. First of all, notice you have the privacy screen in the window, and it does go from the top up, so you can have that little slit to peek out of. If your neighbors are being nosy, or if you want to be the nosy neighbor, you can do that there. You have your dining table. This is a freestanding dining table, which I actually think is pretty nice. So you can move this around however you want, take it out if you want to, and this will drop down and make into a bed. You have windows all along your campsite. We love that. But not only that, you have pull-down day shades and night shades. I don't know another mid-size fifth wheel RV offering both of these shades, and even a lot of full-size, much more expensive, full-profile fifth wheel RVs don't have day and night shades. So very nice feature, being able to have both those shade systems on there. Nice looking furniture, and then it does have pull-out drawers here for storage. This is a solid hardwood drawer face, and then back behind here they are using like a pressed wood or plywood style cabinet door with staples. They have a woven PVC style flooring here underneath your dining table in the slide out, so no carpet in the flooring. And then right here you have your two recliners, no armrest in the middle, so you can also snuggle up in this space. And sitting across from here you see your view of the TV, and that is just a big floor space here. As I sit down, I mean, you can really feel how open the space is. And if you don't like having your island kitchen sticking out more in front of your recliners, look at how far over this island is in this floor plan. I mean, that is not common. Typically, the island is really like pushing into this space here, and they really moved that out of the way. So I think some of y'all might really appreciate that. Then going back to your sofa, I love this because this is one long sofa all the way across, but it is two different portions stuck together with that armrest. So that's going to give you more space to lay out. Plus it does some other cool things too. So I'm going to set up the camera here so we can show you a couple different things. First of all, layout on this space. I'm 6'2" with my shoes on, and you can see here, this is long enough where I could actually lay out here, watch a movie, take a nap. If you're under 6 feet especially, it's going to be very comfortable. Not only that, but it has a really unique bed system because this is two different sofas essentially just put together, where let's lift up here and you drop the legs down. These are adjustable height legs, so you can change these to make it level however you need. You can have an individual sleeping surface here, which is pretty cool, or obviously you can pull out this side as well, do the same thing, and have more of a full bed. And we're gonna go ahead and do that because I'm curious how it will look in this position. Mostly curious how the cushions come together. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. So in the middle, you can see here, there's a little bit of a gap in the middle. You can stuff that with something if you wanted to fill in that space, but pretty interesting where it gives you the option. If you're just a single person sleeping on the space, you don't have to undo the whole bed. And you could even just do like this one little bed portion right here maybe, and leave more space here for someone either to sit down or just have floor space to maneuver around, still be able to kick that recliner out without hitting this part right here. So pretty interesting bed system nonetheless. We'll go ahead and leave this in the bed formation for right now. As we go around, you have your outlets, USB ports right there. Windows all the way along the back wall, storage all the way up above here. Let's get the camera rotated up. These are glass cabinet doors, and this goes all the way through. AC is back here, and this is a Coleman Mach AC. It is on full blast right now and very, very quiet. You hardly hear it at all. And you have a ceiling fan in here. This is a ducted AC, so you can see ducting coming down this way and down this way, so you get dual ducting. Nice big speaker in the ceiling, central to the whole living area. You have a vent right there. No fan in the vent, just a vent. And then that brings us to our TV space. You also have your electric fireplace, which will be an electric heat source for you. More of a traditional looking fireplace. You got a few different colors here, as you can see there, like a blue, a purple, and an orange, or a blue, an orange, and then kind of a mixed. It will put out heat, so I'm gonna go ahead and you can actually set it to not put out any heat, which is what I'm doing right here. You can see the little controls there for it. So let's get it to off. Okay, so not putting out any heat now just gives an aesthetic, but you can also have it put out heat. And I love this, just, it's a fake stone that you have back here, but that, or brick, I guess, that white brick really looks nice. Solid surface countertops in here. And then above your TV, you have storage space. Hidden hinges, so none of your hinges are exposed on any of your doors. Looks really clean with that. You can see a couple other things here. You have an 1800 watt inverter with inverted outlets, 200 watts of solar with a 30 amp solar charge controller. You're going to have some of these other things we'll talk about in the bathroom. Talked about the woven flat out flooring, and then you have aluminum frame. Oh yeah, let me show you this, because this is where you can kind of see this, like, should be underneath here. Let's see if I can get under this space. Yeah, so even like under your dining table, you can see it's all aluminum underneath here. Almost any other trap or a fifth wheel RV you get in that's in this size and price range, I mean, it's all going to be wood framed out pieces underneath there. In Flagstaff, I might literally be the only line I've seen that's doing all aluminum framing underneath their dinettes and underneath their beds. Then as we go into the kitchen space, you have your storage space around here. So storage around the microwave, storage there, and then open this up. This is a residential size microwave. Nice thing to find in a mid-size fifth wheel. Not only that, you have a really large 3-burner stove. And then right here, you have a absolutely huge oven. So you can do all your cooking on this. You definitely could live in this full time if you want to. This is something that, you know, if someone's on a budget and looking for a fifth wheel RV to travel in full time or live in full time, Flagstaff is going to be on the top of my recommendations. Pop-up outlets and USB ports plus a USB Type-C connection. And when you drop this down, that is also a wireless charging pad. Move around to your island. You have your heat being ducted through the island, so no floor vents. Outlets on this side. And if you come around here, you get 2 bar stools as well. I would probably replace these bar stools with something a little bit more comfortable, but this is what it will come with. So you have those bar stools, LED lighting up underneath the island, and no outlet on this side. But nice looking space, good spot where you can eat, actually gives you enough leg space to sit there and still have enough room for somebody to walk by, which, again, not a very common find. Your lighting in the space, this is the lights over the island, and then you have a max air vent fan there over this kitchen space. This is a Magic Chef refrigerator and freezer. Open this up. Doors actually stay open and put pretty well. At least that right one did. But nice looking. It's kind of like a brushed stainless steel look on that. This gives us a chance to look at the price. This is here at the Blue Compass RV location in Dallas, Texas, but there's a link down below in the description and comments of this video where you can find all of the different locations across the United States where Blue Compass carries this fifth wheel RV, or you can just start shopping for your next RV, as they have over 100 stores in 33 different states. So lots of different places and inventory we can help you out with. Spot there for an ice tray, so it will make ice, and then you have your freezer portion. So love all that. Then as far as where you will wash dishes and things like that, you have this huge area right here, countertop space on both sides of the sink, and you are getting this prep rack with a single basin stainless steel sink there. Black faucet does retract out. And then this is like a faux tile backsplash. It's just stuck on there, but you can see it's actually cut out perfectly into the space, and it doesn't look like it's something that's faux. This is really the only trim piece you can tell that you know, where it's kind of sealed in. But I've seen some where they don't even do, like other fifth wheel brands, where they don't even put this trim piece, and then this doesn't go all the way up to the very top, so it just doesn't look very good. But this one looks much better. Storage space here under the sink. Under here, spot for your trash can, and a little flip down spot for sponges and things like that. Nice, have a utensil drawer there. That's nice, and that's actual solid wood. And ooh, soft close on the cabinet doors, or the drawers, sorry. All these extra goodies it comes with a water filter, tire pressure monitoring system. Love that those are soft close. If it could just have like soft close cabinets, it would be top notch. You even get a Forest River spatula that it comes with. Pretty neat. And then there's a light right here, so it can light up that space. Plenty of storage up through there. In this area, you got more USB ports, so you can plug in phones or other devices in that space. Storage up through here, and storage up through there. One of the nice things too about like a mid-size fifth wheel versus a full profile fifth wheel, like this storage right here sits a lot lower, so you may not actually need a step stool to get up to that, whereas in full-size fifth wheels where that roof is more flat all the way to the back, that significantly increases the height of that storage. But that is pretty much everything in this space. Let me do one last thing where I kind of just show you how I fit in the space. So I'm 6'2" with my shoes on, and you can see as I step back here, I mean, it is a big wide open space. Even though this is a mid-sized fifth wheel and it's only about 36 feet long, still plenty of room in here to move around, and you could entertain guests in this space, still feel comfortable, and have plenty of head height everywhere. The slide out heights are about 6'4" or so. So everything about it just feels like a very comfortable home on wheels. And then let's go ahead and turn back around. Start working our way up the steps. I even noticed this is a strut assisted step going in and out of the entry door. Hopefully I'll remember to show you how that works when I go back outside. But you have your steps going up, safety light there, grab handle, and right here you have your motion activated plate, controls your slide outs, controls your awnings, things like that, your lights, and it will connect to your phone, plus your tank levels and battery levels. Switch for your ceiling fan, your 30 amp solar charge controller panel, and your AC controls. Little touches where they really make sure to give you a lot of more quality features. You have this magnet latch to catch the door going into the bedroom, something most brands in this size range and price range won't have. Turn on the light in here. You have a plastic 2-piece shower, pretty standard size bathroom for an RV floor plan layout like this. You have a spot there to hang a towel. You have a max air vent fan in here as well. So 2 max air vent fans, not cheaping out on the fans and giving you actually a full-size fan in the bathroom and in the living room area. Love that. You also have a stainless steel sink, not a plastic sink. So that is nice. Nice big sink as well. You have your medicine cabinet storage, and I think, oh yeah, there's another light switch there. So you actually have that lighting above the mirror as well, give you a little bit more direct face lighting. And then you have these little cubby spaces down through here. Under here, you got some storage space, and that is pretty much everything. Let's get into the shower now. You have the shower miser system. This is something that Flagstaff does on all their models. This is a blue pipe right here, and that will turn white when your water gets hot. And now what the purpose of this is it will actually recirculate your water through the system until the water warms up, and this will turn white. Then you flip this switch, and that will send water up to your shower head, so you don't waste a single drop of water. Whether you are taking a shower off of your fresh water supply, or you are trying to conserve the amount of space in your gray tank so you don't have to dump that tank too often, you can make sure you don't waste a single drop of water waiting for water to heat up, as it will recirculate and then send it to the shower head once you are ready. Adjustable height on this shower head, and this looks like a pretty dang good sized shower. You can see it has the seat here in the corner, and then I'm going to get this camera set up where I can actually show you how I fit in the space. It's a little tight in here, so let's see how well I can do this here. Let's get it like right there. That should be good. Okay, took my shoes off, so I'm 6'1" as I currently stand, and Hopefully you can see here, if I stand on my tiptoes, that would let me know this is probably about 6'4" to right here, maybe 6'3", 3.5", and then up into here, oh gosh, you could probably be 6'7", 6'8", fit in this space. This actually runs north to south, so you have plenty of room to move around. And the shower head, because it's height adjustable, you can actually turn it to the side like this, tilt it down. Let me get it to its highest height, tilt it down, and I actually can stand underneath this shower head, rinse my head off. You have a big enough seat that even somebody with some wide hips can fit into this seat here, and it's not a little tiny corner seat. And all in all, I think this is a very comfortable shower space for this size fifth wheel. I mean, it's on par with what you'll get in a lot of other bigger fifth wheels even. So bathroom space in general, I think is pretty dang good. Plus, if this just is not a big enough bathroom for you, Flagstaff has a ton of other floor plan options, and some of them will have some different bathroom arrangements that might be more to your liking. You have a sliding door going to the bathroom, so that will slide closed like so. And then we'll go into the bedroom where you have an east to west facing king size bed in here. So really nice looking bed space. Comes with all the pillows and bedding. Looks really nice. Love the color tones in here. Very neutral, so you can definitely add your own pops of color how you best see fit. You have two windows here on this wall. Spot for a TV there. The two windows does limit the size of the TV you can get a little bit, but could probably fit at least a 32-inch screen TV. On the windows, you also have the curtains along the corners, help block out light coming in from the sides, and you have to pull down blackout shades. 3 drawers that pull out, outlets, USB ports on the side of this countertop there. This is not a solid surface countertop. This is a wrapped countertop material. Open this up. You have the drawers. 2 drawers. I wonder, it looks like it comes with a picture frame right there. So I have a picture frame. That's nice. Little spot here for shoes underneath. And when you lift this bed up, this is where we will see again, you have that aluminum framing down underneath here. So do this on almost any other, actually just about any other fifth wheel RV in this class, in this price range, and it's going to be wood framing underneath this space. Not only that, anywhere where things are screwed in to this aluminum framing, it's also a wood backer behind the tubing of that aluminum frame, so it has even more strength to screw into. Storage space underneath here, you even have a grab handle so you can easily find where to lift up this bed. And then it does have an actually pretty nice mattress. This is not your typical RV mattress that is just really, really crappy. It's something a lot of people may be able to actually make work without feeling the need to replace. Outlets on the sides of the bed are actually in the corner here. So you have outlets and USB ports back in the corner. That's a pretty interesting location. Don't typically see that. And then you have your wardrobe closet. This will open up all the way across. You can do washer and dryer in here. And what I love about this is this looks like this is going to be a side-by-side washer and dryer unit. Yeah, it looks like it. It would go back into where these shelves are, and they would go side by side with one another. So you actually can still maintain the shelving up here. You'll have this clothing rod right here. Now this is interesting because your clothes would, this hanging space would basically be eliminated by the washer dryer if you install the washer dryer, but you'll still have all the shelving. But also in addition to that, if you do need more hanging space, you have it through here, so you can remove that shelf in this area and hang clothes in there, or you can just have shelving in this space and 2 pull-out drawers right here next to the bed. This is the only spot that we see carpet, is up in the bedroom right here. So there is just a little bit of carpet there. And then not a whole lot of room to walk around the bed. So you can see you're definitely, scooting to the end of the bed or doing a side shuffle to get out of there. The ceiling does start to slant down in this space. However, standing right here at 6'1", my head just barely touches the ceiling right about here. So I have to be all the way up against the wardrobe area here for my head to touch the ceiling. So if you're under 6 feet, you're definitely not going to have any concerns. But once you get to like 6'3", 6'4", and up, you're going to start hitting your head in this area. And then ceiling height in the overall front space, you can see here, let me show you what the height in this area looks like. You can see I don't even have to duck to go into the bedroom, which is fantastic. This is probably about 6'2", 6'3" maybe coming into the bedroom. So if you're over 6'3", you're definitely gonna have to duck going in and out of here. But other than that, ceiling height in this bedroom is probably about 6'4", 6'5", so pretty comfortable. And that is just about everything in this space. Your second AC is here in the bedroom, ducted with the AC in the living room area. You can see all the AC vents that you have in here. And that is pretty much it. Let me get my shoes back on, we'll go outside. But let me know what you think so far before we go look at some of the outside features. And I won't take too long on the outside, but make sure you people that are seriously shopping have hopefully most of your questions answered. But if you have any questions or comments or anything, let's talk down below in the comment section. So as I step outside, let's first talk about this step. This is a more premium feature. Oh, also notice an outlet right there next to the kitchen. This is something even a lot of much more expensive RVs don't have, where you have a strut assisted step. So it will actually hold its own weight, which is very nice because this is a heavier step. You also have the little latches right here to adjust the legs on these. Love that, so you don't have some stupid pin that you have to pull in and out every time that always ends up jamming your fingers up or whatever. You just have this little tab that you push. It'll release the latch to adjust these legs. And you don't ever have to worry about supporting the weight on this, as it is weightless. So another premium feature. Oh, another thing too, like just little things. This is a friction hinge door, so it won't like slam into your sidewall. But they gave you a friction hinge door and a latch to hold the door open as well. So you get both of those. Usually they give you a latch when it doesn't have a friction hinge door. That way your door doesn't get blown back closed. But this here has both the friction hinge and that latch. You also have a light right there, so a little safety light. And then slam latch baggage doors, so no annoying metal clips to deal with on these baggage doors. Underneath here, pretty standard aluminum framing in the storage, nice storage space. Because it doesn't have the drop frame construction, it doesn't get that super massive storage space that you see in some other fifth wheel RVs, but those are because those have that drop frame. So this one does not. It does have a little table and griddle cooktop that it will come with that can be used in the outdoor kitchen area. Outlets right here, and you have a motion activated light you can just leave on at all times, and this is a climate controlled area. Magnets to hold these doors open, and then they just slam shut. Super simple. Propane doors will have the metal latches here, and you have your 30-pound propane bottle on this side, and you'll have another 30-pound propane bottle on the other side. You have two awnings outside, LED light strips underneath the awning, so you get used to those LED lights even if your awnings are closed. You have the Kurt Rotaflex pin box, so this is going to have this rubber bushing in it that is going to absorb shock as you go up and down the road. Also has an LED light bar in here that's shining down so you can see what you're doing when it is darker outside. And then you have slam latch baggage doors up front here as well. And this is going to be spots for your batteries and just some other electrical components and storage, plus your battery disconnect switch. Slam latch doors, love that. You have the latch to hold that door open, and then you can see here even like they're making sure to put these plastic fittings here to kind of close out that space and give it a finished look, whereas some other brands literally don't do that, surprisingly. And there's your LED light bar with it on. Pretty unique slide mechanism here, as the slide mechanism, it's basically similar to like a Schwintek slide, but you don't see any of the slide components because they're up underneath the bed. Or sorry, similar to a rack and pinion style slide mechanism, as they're up underneath the bed. So no exposed slide out mechanisms, no Schwintek, no cable driven slides. You have another 30-pound propane bottle behind here. In this door, your storage space plus your auto leveling controls, really nice solid hinges on this. So this door just kind of stays at any position you leave it at, and the wind will have a hard time shutting that or blowing that closed. Water connections right here, right away, love you have nothing that you have to duck under to get into this water bay. You have the Nautilus water management system, very clean and concise, spot where your water filter goes, and you have an outdoor shower with hot and cold water, plus another outlet. Light right here as your dump valves are underneath here, so black and gray tanks will all come to this one area on the camper. Again, Goodyear Endurance American-made tires. This is to get to the back of your refrigerator, so an access panel there, and even a little bit more outdoor storage right here. This is behind the TV, so giving you a little cubby space there for some additional storage. You have your freshwater tank fill, so fill your freshwater tank. Ladder to get up onto the roof. It does have a hitch along the back that will allow you to tow up to 3,000 pounds. Prep to add a backup camera. And then let's get up onto the roof, where up here, so you have a 200-watt solar panel. Already has vent covers on top of your vents. These are both your vents right here, and those covers are something you usually have to purchase in addition to the RV. So like if we look at this voltage next to us, that one does not have the vent covers already installed. This one does, so that's pretty nice. And everything up here on the roof looks pretty good. No bubbles or anything like that. Very clean looking roof, and that has always been the case. Every Flagstaff that I get up on, the roof always looks about as solid as it could be. Let's hop back down. And last little thing right here, you have another outdoor shower on the campsite. So you have a campsite water source. And right here you have this rack system where you can connect the griddle or you can connect the table. You have an outlet here, and there will be a propane quick connect line underneath there that you can plug the griddle into. And that is just about everything, y'all. It has a 4-point electric auto leveling system. With the slides closed, I wanted to come in and show y'all real quick. You'll still be able to get into that refrigerator door with the slides closed, and obviously can access everything else with the slides closed. So a very, very couples friendly fifth wheel RV, right around $70,000. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this in that price range. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. And again, if you are interested in this fifth wheel RV, there's a link down below in the comments and description of this video where you can go to our website, see all of the different locations that we have across the United States, as there's over 100 different stores, and start shopping and find the right RV for you. So go check that out. And that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, live firmly on Ben.